Hi everyone, my name is Ayoros. I'm 21 years old, and today I'm going to answer the question, how many languages do I speak? And I'm doing this video because some of my friends have asked me how many languages, hey, how many languages do you speak? And you, you're crazy, you've learned a bunch of languages, you speak like 20 of them. That's not true at all. I'm going to explain this by telling you my story, my entire story of the languages that I speak and how I came to learn them. Okay, so to begin with, it's not gonna be easy to explain the languages, the languages that I've ever learned because for some people to speak a language is something, and for others, it is something else. You know what I mean, right? And it depends on the people who's asking. So I'm gonna try to give a wide explanation. I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, for example, if for you speaking a language means speaking speaking that language perfectly, I don't speak any language perfectly. I speak zero languages because no one can speak a language perfectly. That's a fact. And if speaking a language for you means being able to hold a conversation, being understood, get your point across, and stuff like that, I can say that I can get by in four languages, which are Spanish, English, Portuguese, and Italian. Okay, so in that context, I speak four languages. And if speaking a language is just getting to know a little bit of the language, the culture, being able to say a few things, and like I don't know, A1, A2 level or so. And I can say that I speak five languages. I don't know if you watch my video speaking in five languages, and that includes all the languages that I mentioned and Dutch, which I studied for a year, more or less. Okay, what happened with Dutch? I was really into the language, the culture, and I was really in love with the process of learning it by my own. I I really felt like I was reaching a high level, but then I had to quit because of some other. I mean, I didn't quit. I just had to put it a little bit on the side for a while, and now I feel like I forgot all of it. But it's okay. It comes back really quickly if you if I put some work into it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is that I can speak a little bit of Dutch. However, if speaking a language for you is just getting to know a little bit of the language, culture, being able to say a few stuff, a few sentences, hold a basic conversation, and I don't know, taking into account every single language that I've ever studied, I would say that I speak eight languages, but I do not consider that true because speaking is more like, for me, my opinion, speaking a language properly and fluently is and I can't even say that I speak English fluently because as you can hear, I still hesitate. I still stutter a little bit, but it's important to me to communicate in English. Okay, so um, what I was trying to say is that you have to reach at least a B2 level in a language in order to say that you're able to speak it, and that's what I think. So I did that with Dutch. I think I had an A2 level, and it wasn't enough to say that I was like, okay, I can speak 5 languages. No, but the main goal here is to speak 8 languages. Well, it's actually 9, but that's a secret. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, my goal is to be able to speak 8 languages at this level. I am telling you, A2 level, and I don't know. I've studied uh, besides Dutch. At college, I've studied French and German, and currently I'm currently learning Japanese as well. And in I can't say that I can have a conversation in either of these 3 languages yet. But the goal is to being able to speak them, to have conversations with native people, of course. Um, so that being said, I can say that I speak 4 languages. That's the most accurate answer, I would say, because the other ones I'm not fluent in them yet. So how did I come to learn all these languages? Well, they're not too many. I just learned Spanish, of course, because I'm Mexican and I was born and raised in Mexico. I've I just I've just spoken Spanish until I was 15 years old. Then I started to learn English for real. It took me 2 or 3 years to say that I had a good enough level, so to speak, because I've never been to the US. Well, I've been there once, but I was too little. I couldn't by that time I couldn't say a thing in English, so it didn't help me practice my English. So it's kind of sad. It's, yeah, it's just I haven't spoken in English in a long time, but in like three no, it was 4 years. I could reach the B2 level. This is the level I'm talking about, and the level in which you can say that you speak the language. So Portuguese and Italian, I studied them separately, of course. First, it was Portuguese, and you know the story. I've already told you about it. I fell in love with the language, the music, the Brazilian music, and the people were so nice. So I learned a lot of stuff, and yeah, I think, and because I'm not sure at all, but I think I have a B2 level in Portuguese as well. I don't know. It's kind of rusty right now because I haven't practiced, and it's kind of a bummer. But this is what it is. Also, Italian, learned it at school as well, and just like English. Portuguese, I learned it by my own, and but in Italian, I did enter a course in which I hmm, I can say that I reached B2 level as well, but I'm not entirely sure because I couldn't certificate in that language either. And yeah, because it's a long story, but yeah, I also don't have a certification in Italian, but my guess is that I have a B2 level. Again, I don't speak it that often, so that's a problem. And you start forgetting, you start losing your capacities of speaking the language, and so on. So I don't know if I answered your question. I hope I did. I speak 4 languages, and I am in the process of becoming a polyglot, being able to speak 8 languages in the future. I don't know, but right now I'm focusing mainly on Japanese. And this is gonna sound crazy, but at college I have to learn German and French. And since I moved to Japan 3 weeks ago, I didn't tell you that, but some of you already know that. Um, I'm studying Japanese, French, and German. It's crazy, but um, I don't know. I could talk about it in a different video because this one is already too long. So I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends if you want. So this is it. Bye bye.